What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels, and your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews, man. It's another wild one about a man accused of killing his estranged wife and her friend. So let's check it out.
I rolled on top of Anna and I began punching her.
Where did you punch her?
In her face.
New tonight, the man accused of killing his estranged wife and her friend took the stand today in his own defense. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. We have been covering Ali Abulaban's case closely from the start. He is accused of walking into his downtown San Diego apartment and shooting both his wife, Anna Abulaban, and Ray Barron back in 2021. Let's bring in our Steve Price now. Steve, you've been listening to Abulaban's testimony throughout the day. We're in court. He talked about some pretty disturbing things.
Yeah, Marcella, there was this.
And that's crazy. He admitted beating her up, punching her in the face. And they definitely gonna book dude, man, just for even being in that kind of situation. And then being accused for the type of things that you're gonna be getting accused of, unaliving your girlfriend and her friend, which, I talk a lot about mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making on this channel, man, which, this is a clear example of, just make a decision that is going to benefit you in the end and not hinder you, man, to end up in a situation that you really don't want to be in at the end of the day, man. Even though this dude seemed calm and all that, and that don't matter when you being accused of murdering two people, double homicide or something like that. And I don't care if you were the most cool, calm person in the world. You weren't at the time when you was doing what you was doing, being accused of it. So, and it's tight.
Testimony, disturbing videos, all showing a marriage that was spiraling out of control. We were getting worse. Ali Abulaban says his marriage to Anna started going downhill fast when they moved to San Diego. It was also a life filled with partying. Ali saying he tried cocaine for the first time here in San Diego. I remember saying to myself, I wish I could feel like this all the time. Anxiety free, confident, I'll talk to anybody.
So cocaine, man, you really shouldn't need any drugs to feel confident and talk to anybody and feel good all the time. Because at the end of the day, man, you make yourself feel good and confident, being able to network and talk to people, stuff like that. And so drugs, they just wear off, and then you end up feeling how you were when you started. So it's better to just work on yourself and, stay sober while you're doing that, so you could reach a point where you don't need those things to feel confident, get women, any of that, man. And a lot of people like to party, and there's nothing wrong with partying, as long as you do it responsibly. Just wanting to feel like that all the time, doing something like that, and that's how you become addicted. You become a cokehead or a drug addict, stuff like that, and because you're going into a place where it's not your reality because you're high and you're not thinking clearly. Even though you think you are, you're definitely not, because you're not sober. That's where you're thinking the clearest. That's where you're able to deal with all your problems, in the most logical and rational way. And that's really the best thing for you to do, and opposed to getting high. And it doesn't help his situation right now. Trying to admit all this stuff, it's not helping him, it's hurting him. He thinks it's helping him. He's just admitting to getting high, beating on his wife, arguing with her, which just move around. If you gotta do all that with the female, man, it's time to move around, bro. It's gonna save you a lifetime of trouble like this right here, being in court, trying to defend yourself for a murder.
On the stand for his double murder trial, accused of killing his estranged wife Anna and her friend Ray Barron, and he admitted to physically assaulting her multiple times.
I rolled on top of Anna and I began punching her.
Where did you punch her?
In her face.
Juror
There shouldn't be nothing that she can do to make you want to punch her in her face, man. No, trying to control her. If she's gonna do what she wants to do anyway, you might as well just let her do what she want to do and go do what you want to do, and don't be in a relationship with that woman. If you gotta argue and stuff like that, that's not the relationship for you to be in.
also saw a video where a Boulabon slammed her head into the end of a bed.
I was outside.
Outside doing what?
I was outside as well. My children. Don't.
A Boulabon, known to his nearly 1 million TikTok followers as Jin Kid, testified that the violence usually surrounded her alleged infidelity in their marriage.
This is not healthy, man.
You're not home.
A Boulabon admitted that he regularly used cocaine and was usually high during their arguments, especially the ones that turned violent.
So if cocaine made you so much of a nice guy, why are you arguing with your wife and beating her up then? So obviously cocaine didn't help anything. It made him think irrational things and fight his wife, beat her up. And, you know, if they're going to say that and use that against him, man, to say that he did murder his wife and her friend. He was probably high when he did it. And when you come back to reality and realize what you've done, it's too late.
She tried to, get past me. I tried to block it, and eventually I pushed her, and she hit her face on the fridge.
A Boulabon said he tried to make the marriage work, but Anna just wanted to party with her friends and put him down.
She would start saying things to me like, I don't need you. You don't for my life. Everything we have, I got it. It's from me. I don't need you. I don't need you. And that's very, that hurts.
A Boulabon also testified that he was
So females say stuff all the time, man, and that's life. Especially when they feel some type of way, because they live and base their life off of how they feel, off of their emotions. So they're going to say stuff, especially when they don't want to be around you. And it's up to you to be able to move around from that situation, man. It's up to you to be able to walk away, to leave it alone. It's not really worth it at the end of the day. You putting all that time and energy into somebody that's telling you that they don't want to be with you. It's putting a strain on yourself, man. It's not mentally healthy. It's not spiritually healthy. It's not physically healthy, man. Move around. Get up out of there, man. Go do something that's productive to your progress in life. Working on yourself. Dealing with a woman who really wants to deal with you. And you won't have to go through those problems, man. And, it doesn't matter how good she looks. Even if she was the breadwinner, that doesn't matter, man. Even if how good the coochie was, that doesn't matter. It put him in a situation at the end of the day where he's on trial fighting for his life. And he's admitting to beating her up, being high on coke. And that definitely doesn't help his situation. So the best thing he could have done for himself is got out of there when she said she didn't like him. And believe when a female tell you that, man. They'll still be with you and not like you. And use you. And I guess he finally realized that, and it was too late. He took it to another level because he got in his feelings. Instead of being rational, being logical, all right, she don't like me, I'm going to move around, go do what I got to do, be with somebody who does like me, or work on myself until you do feel confident enough and without drugs to be able to be in a healthy relationship with a female, man.
discharged from the Air Force over a physical altercation that involved Anna, although he disputed claims that he hit her on that night. He also talked about his childhood, saying his father often verbally and physically abused him as a child.
Whipped me repeatedly, and when I say whip, you could hear the whew, really, you could hear it, and that was the worst pain I've ever felt physically.
And it's messed up. You got whipped as a child. You know, a lot of us got belt the asses when we was a kid, man. And, you know, we don't carry that pain, trauma, or whatever with us into our relationships with our women, man, and take it out on them. And even though it did happen and it's a messed up thing, it's still no excuse for you to take a woman's life, man, or even be accused of doing something like that. And if this is the best, you know, defense that you have for being accused of murder, then it's sad to say you're going to be up in there for murder, bro. It's just, at the end of the day, people don't care about what you've been through. You know, they care about how you react to those situations and how you deal with people, and are you reliable and responsible enough to be in the public. And right now, it's not looking too good, man.
Steve, we heard him talk about a lot of their past. Did Abulaban talk about anything on the day of the murder?
So the testimony today, Marcella, started with him talking about his childhood, and then they went forward to there. They actually got to just those weeks up to the murder, but they didn't get to that today. We are expecting that to happen tomorrow. Also tomorrow, we're expecting the cross-examination to start, which will be a very different situation. It'll be interesting to see what happens there in his demeanor there, because you saw he was very calm today on the stand. Closing arguments expected to start on Friday, so this thing is wrapping up.
So he remained calm throughout the
Today,
testimony.
yeah.
Right.
A lot of profanity as you heard us beeping out, but otherwise he stayed very calm.
All right, well, the testimony will continue tomorrow. Thanks so much.
All right, man. So, yeah. It's not looking too good, man. It doesn't matter how calm you are in that situation. You should have been calm when you were dealing with the woman. And that's the whole reason why he's in the situation that he's in, because he wasn't able to control his emotions. And he, you know, wasn't confident enough to leave her. Instead, try to control her and have her do what he wants her to do. And at the end of the day, a female's going to do what she wants to do, man. She's not going to let you, you know, control her. If she wants to be with you, that's what she's going to do. If she doesn't want to be with you, that's what she's going to do. You have to be able to accept that and stomach it, move on, work on your life, and get with a different female or someone that really cares about you, man. So anyway, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're digging this kind of content, and your time is always appreciated, because you can be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. And until next time, I'm out.